Prince, have you paid attention to SHIB, Bitcoin, Ethereum? All those are the good things. Ladies and gentlemen, if you follow this episode and you know me, you know that I own some cryptocurrency. Nothing to write home about. But there's a difference between investing and speculating. In this episode, I'm going to talk about how SHIB is my digital lottery ticket. And what is a digital lottery ticket versus investing? All right. So, ladies and gentlemen, if you haven't done so already, you tuning in, make sure hit the subscribe button, hit the bell icon, hit that like, comment, and share button. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, and children of all ages, you are now tuned in to the Investor Show. As always, this is your gracious host, the Prince of Investing, Prince Dykes, coming to you guys and girls live all the way from the beautiful city and state of Denver, Colorado. If you haven't done so already, please go ahead and make sure you hit that like, subscribe, comment, and share button. And as always, if you're catching this live, tell me where you're from. Tell me where you're tuning in. But ladies and gentlemen, I don't have a lot of time. I definitely, you guys and girls don't have a lot of time. So we're going to jump straight into it. So hit that thumbs up button as you're coming through the door and let me see what's up, Al. Al's always here to support me out here in Colorado. What's going on, Al? Thank you for tuning in late night. Thank you for catching me in live. If you're catching me live, you want to tell me where you're from. Tell me where you're from. So, ladies and gentlemen, there I was. I am sitting up here reading financial reports. Apple has their earnings coming out tomorrow after the market close. Tesla's going on a tear, released their earnings. We're in the midst of earnings season. Bank of America reported great earnings. Robinhood falls off the map, falls 10%. What else we got going on in the financial world? We got taxes coming through. The government's trying to tax unrealized gains. Sounds a little crazy. I haven't looked too deep into it. All these things going on. Interest rates, Federal Reserve coming out next month. Real estate is at an all-time high. The stock market is at an all-time high. Unemployment is falling. But we got cryptos at an all-time high as well. What do I keep getting in my email? My phone keeps ringing. I keep getting text messages, DMs, people. SHIB, Prince, SHIB. You seen SHIB? Prince, thank you for telling me about SHIB. I'm like, what? Okay. If you follow this show and tune into this show, do I own cryptocurrencies? Yes. I own Bitcoin and I own SHIB, right? Yes, I own Bitcoin and SHIB. But ladies and gentlemen, I didn't make it an investment. I speculated. It's my digital lottery ticket. Let me put this up here. Ladies and gentlemen, the new generation that we have today won't go out and play the cash 3. You won't see a 17, 16-year-old or 18-year-old. You won't see them in line at the local convenience store buying a lottery ticket. But they will pick up a phone like this. Right? They'll go pick up a phone and they will go and that's crazy. On my phone, I pull up my phone, it's me live. That's ridiculous. But they'll pick up their phone and they'll go buy any crazy meme stock that they may see. Think about it. Last month, everybody was jumping around talking about GameStop, AMC. Prince, what do you think about the short squeeze on GameStop, AMC, Wall Street Bets on Reddit? Prince, are you following? You need to get in there. That's the hottest thing going. Then it turned into when Bitcoin goes up, everybody, oh yeah, this is a good investment. I'm a genius because I'd invest into this. Ladies and gentlemen, I know the difference. Sometimes I struggle with it. The difference between investing, when you are investing, and when you are speculating. Speculation versus investing. I can make an investment into Enphase. I didn't even bring that up. Shout out to Enphase. Company jumped up 15% overnight. I had this company for a long time. I made a good bit of money off of it last year. Then it tanked. Then it wasn't doing so well. Now Enphase is jumped back up, reported great earnings, and you're looking at the green energy sector do so well. As you know on this show, I've talked about Enphase and I've talked about ICLN, the ETF for green energy, because when President Biden got in, he talked about green energy was going to be his push, piling all this money into green energy. And all of a sudden, green energy starting to turn back around. So I made an investment because with Enphase, I looked at the finances. I saw the income statement. I saw the cash flow statement. I saw the balance sheets. I compared it to Solar Edge, its number one competitor. And I said, hey, then I looked at the industry and I looked at the physical policies that Congress was putting to the side to push more money into the green energy space. So I made an investment into Enphase based off of the stuff that I knew, right? When I brought SHIB back in May, I looked into, somebody told me about SHIB, and I looked in, I had a pleasant surprise. I brought 35 million of SHIB. Ladies and gentlemen, I know that sounds like a knot, but I was on like $500. So when I brought it, did I know what SHIB was? No. Could I look at the finances of SHIB? No. Can I look at the coins of SHIB? No. Do I know who's creating the coins and what are they really going to do? No. Are there plenty of reports flying around the internet? Yes, but there's no governing body. What's the governing body? Who's the SHIB headquarters? Who controls the SHIB? Who's regulating the SHIB? Who's out there? I don't know. So this could be anybody. I can type up an article and circulate it around social media, right? Anybody can do a press release through Yahoo Finance and Market Watch and whatever the case through financial channels. Anybody can pay an influencer like myself on YouTube or Instagram or Facebook to talk about something that's really crap. So when I brought SHIB and I brought my Bitcoin and Stellar and Dogecoin, I didn't know what none of that crap was. It was all a lottery ticket. It's the same thing. I've probably played the lottery probably 2 times in my life. I'm 37 years old, and I think I never played the lottery ticket. I brought a little scratch off once or twice in my life. And both of those times, did I think I was going to get rich? No. Did I care if I made $1 or lost $1? No. But I knew it when I walked in. I was just speculating, having fun. I knew it was a speculative thing. But guess what? When Bitcoin goes up, everybody gets loud. Everybody gets loud. Here we go. Everybody's loud. You can hear everybody when the stock is doing well. When the stock is doing well, everybody gets loud. When SHIB, you never heard of it before, but you're seeing this meme and people talk about it all tearing up the internet. I couldn't even make an episode. I couldn't even talk about the great investment on Enphase. Starting to pay me back. ICLN starting to wake back up. Green energy took off. Tesla took off. Ford just now released great earnings, right? Stock jumps up. Google is doing their best earnings. I'm pretty sure Apple is going to follow the trend and report their best earnings tomorrow afternoon. All these things going on in the financial industry. Stock market at an all-time high, but I couldn't even focus on it. Everybody wanted to know about SHIB. Because when the stock is up, when SHIB is up, everybody talks about it. It's the best thing in the world. But when it goes down, they'll be quiet again. Remember last month, there was this thing called Dogecoin. Everybody was Doge to the moon. Doge. Right? Now, where's Doge? Everybody's quiet. They get quiet. But if Doge takes off tomorrow, you'll see people, look at Doge. I'm a genius because I brought Doge 2 years ago. I brought Doge 5 years ago. I'm a genius. And the worst thing that can happen to an investor is to make money off of a bad investment. Even though I've owned SHIB and I own Stellar and I own Bitcoin, people, Prince, why you don't create a lot of content talking about it? Because ladies and gentlemen, I'm not afraid to say, man, I don't know. It's only an investment if I can have factual data or regulated data to tell me what the heck is going on. I can read the Federal Reserve. They might be lying to me, but at least I have something that they at least said. With SHIB and Dogecoin and Stellar, I don't know what none of that crap is. Makes money. Cool. I open up my account and I say, oh, okay, that's nice. Moved on. If it goes to zero tomorrow, I don't care because I knew when I walked in, this is a speculation. It's a lottery ticket. When you stretch off a lottery ticket and you didn't win, you don't like, oh my God, I lost my life. You're like, all right, whatever. You throw it in the trash and go back to work, go to lunch, go home, do whatever you're doing anyway. You didn't expect it. That's the same way I look at it. I didn't make an investment. I just speculated. Let me see what y'all say in the comments. Braless, what is that? Braless occasion. What's going on, my guy? He said, let's go. Over there on Twitch, catching me live. JD says, hello. He said, LOL. What's going on, JD? Nice. Thank you for tuning in live as well. So, ladies and gentlemen, sorry about that. Hit the wrong button there for a second, but I want to let y'all know something. Here's the next thing. The next thing is price versus value. When you look at price versus value, just because the price goes up doesn't mean the value went up. A line popularized by Warren Buffett, a quote, greatest investor of all time, he says, price is what you pay, value is what you get. Ladies and gentlemen, price is what you pay, value is what you get. Just because the price went down doesn't mean the value went down. Just because the price went up doesn't mean the value went up. Anybody right now that's trying to buy a pickup truck or buy a house, right? You're seeing the prices just skyrocket. Even you're kind of seeing it's taken to this part of inflation. They're saying, hey, this house that was $400,000 last year is now $500,000. Or that house that was $200,000 last year is now $300,000. Did the neighborhood change? Nope. Did they change out the carpet? Nope. Did they change out the windows? Nope. They just tell you, hey, the price went up. So the value of my home is going up. No, the price is going up. Doesn't mean the value necessarily has gone up. Last year, Enphase was a juggernaut on the financial reports. Stock went down. ETSY, ESTY went down. There's a couple companies you guys and girls see me talk about. Uber is a juggernaut. Apple is a juggernaut on financial reports. Apple is a juggernaut, but it only costs $150. How does a $1 trillion company stock cost $150? But you can have someone like Google that's probably close to it that trades for $2,000. How does that make sense? So just because the price is low, this is something that's coined with value investors, just because the price does not reflect value. Yes, I've made 300, 400, 500% with cryptos, but do I think the value has increased or do I think the hype has increased? There's a big difference, ladies and gentlemen. Barless over on Twitch says, Brawless Occasion says, I have a friend that hit big on SHIBA. Yes, you're going to have people. This always happens, ladies and gentlemen. And throughout my life, especially my younger years, of course, I've participated in some get rich quick schemes. And I had a lot of friends participate in get rich quick schemes. And I will say at the end of the day, you fast forward 10 years later, the people that do the best, and this has worked for me the best in life, is to not go along with the fad. See, one day they're telling you Dogecoin, it's a hot thing. My buddy hit it big on Dogecoin and paid off his house. You heard all those stories. So everybody runs to Dogecoin. Now Dogecoin is down. Everybody gets quiet. Now everybody say, man, you're in the wrong one. It ain't about Doge, man. It's about SHIBA. So now you take off running the SHIBA. SHIBA goes down. Now they tell you, man, it ain't about SHIBA. It's about SafeMoon. Or it's about Ethereum. Or it's about this. You always hear a lot of loud noise when something is going up in value. Not in value, but in price, I meant to say. And you're always going to hear the stories, man, this kid purchased a bunch of, there's a cryptocurrency out there now that costs 0.00000001. There's somebody in their basement in Wyoming, shouts out to Wyoming, that's going to buy something and it's going to take off. And in my life and in my stories and research and studies, when I look at the world's most richest and wealthiest people, the get rich people are the ones who make the most noise, but they represent less than 1% of the people that got rich. The people who get rich are the ones who do something consistently over and over and over and over and over time. It accumulates. They accumulate wealth, and then whatever they're doing, they're collecting compounded interest, letting it grow and become bigger by making good investments. Do you have the people that hit the lottery? Yes. They always tell you about the guy who hit the lottery, but they don't tell you about the 1 million people that's been playing their whole life and never hit anything. They always highlight that one person that wins. Same thing. Look at the TV show Shark Tank. Shark Tank has probably been on the air about 15, 20 years. Out of that 15, 20 years, they probably invested into, I don't know, 150 countries, right? 150 companies that Shark Tank probably invested into. How many of those companies do they come back and tell you about? They only tell you about the 1 or 2 that they got right. They bring up the 1 or 2 companies. Oh, this one got right, but they don't tell you about the 95% that were wrong that became a bust. You got to be careful of that. That's something that caught me. I always tell that story. I was at home. I watched a movie, a documentary called Something Venture. Inspired me so much. Saw the TV show Shark Tank. Biggest fan. Even went into Shark Tank, became a finalist for Shark Tank. Even became a bigger fan. It was through that process that I learned over time. And I got buddies and friends that got an investment, who didn't get an investment. Y'all even seen them here on the show. Some of the people on here that's been on the show on this episode on this platform. And the thing that I learned is they always highlight the people who did well. Out of the hundreds of failed Shark Tank investments they've had, they only highlight the less than 1%. So now that makes you scratch your head and say, man, I can go do that. Now you end up chasing to get rich. And that whole time while you was chasing to get rich, you could have done the same thing simple. Look at this. Look at these episodes. If you go back and look at my option trading videos, I was option trading on Amazon on these platforms when it was a $200, $300. I thought it was overpriced back then. I did all these quick back and forth option trades on Amazon. Amazon is now at $3,000. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm not embarrassed to say I would have done better off just buying the freaking stock and holding it. And they continuously buy it over time. I'd have came out a whole lot better. And I'd have had a whole lot more, less gray hairs if I would have sat there and done that. But it wasn't sexy. Great investors, great investments is like watching paint dry. But I don't want to go off and ramble. Let me see what y'all say in the comments. Wayne Scott. It's Wayne Sutton. What's going on, Wayne Sutton? He said, yo, what's up, Prince? Wayne Sutton says, what's up, Prince, over there on Facebook. And Brawler's Occasion said, that's a fact. Appreciate it. He said, that's a fact. Okay, appreciate it. Yeah. So, yes, people are like, did you make an investment? They called me, Prince, what do you got to say about my Bitcoin? What you got to say about SHIBA? I'm like, yeah, I got some. It's done great. Cool. It can be at zero tomorrow. Hey, it was a fun ride. I didn't invest with it. This is a lottery ticket. My nephew, I have a 20-year-old, 19-year-old nephew. He would not go into, I would never catch him going into a gas station playing the Cash 3 or Cash 5 or whatever it is. But if I told him, hey, man, go get an app and go buy such and such, the Tiger coin. How much it costs on 0.00? Oh, I could put $100 on it and he'll go buy it. That's not investing. That was speculating. And then when the price goes up, he says, oh, I'm a genius because I invested into it. Not really. It's kind of got lucky. You speculated and you got lucky. Like someone who plays the lottery, is that considered a good investor? Because they played the right numbers or they just get lucky? I can't say your name, but you're on here on YouTube. Your name is Carl Baca. He said, hi, Prince. I'm just getting into the crypto game, looking for low-hanging fruits to invest in. See, good. Congratulations to you. Wish you the best with it. So like I said, this is my digital lottery ticket. I went in, I said, you know what? Yeah, I could put $100 or $200 on Doge and what y'all say that thing is called? Stella. Yeah, I could throw 100, 200 on there, throw a couple in SHIB, throw some over here on Bitcoin, see what it does. I didn't invest. I speculated. I had no factual data, third-party verified data that verify any of this. It's like buying a business. Imagine this. I'm going to say this before I get out of here. Imagine if you went to go buy a business and you heard this business was doing good numbers. You heard it made a lot of money. So a part of when you're buying a business is you have to go through and do due diligence, go through financial reports, stuff like that. And you say, don't worry about the finances. I heard it's making good money, so I'm just going to buy it. Says nobody. No business person won't go through and look at the finances and verify that the finances, making sure that the money is in the bank that's being made, the revenue, all of that stuff, right? Nobody would do that. You can't go get a loan without somebody asking those questions. So when you see that, ladies and gentlemen, when you see that, you got to ask yourself that same question. You got to ask yourself that question. When I go in, everything in my portfolio, I know something, or I know its finances are pretty good. I know something about its finances, or I could be speculating, right? Y'all heard me talk about Uber a million times because I've looked and read and studied the industry. That's why I can make an investment. With SHIB and all that stuff, that was not an investment. I didn't really know what was going on. I knew it was a meme stock, and I knew psychological investing. People would just buy it out of the, hopefully I can get rich. Hopefully I can make some money. And it's so far, it ain't too bad. I'll say, hey, it's a ching ching for me. But anyway, ladies and gentlemen, I don't want to hold you guys and girls up for today's episode. I just want to let you know, yes, I have SHIB, but it is my it is my digital lottery ticket. It's like a lottery ticket. I just brought, I just buy it. I don't care about it. I didn't make it an investment because I have no factual data. Yes, I read reports and things offline, but I don't know who's wrote that. I don't know who wrote that or who is that paid marketing. I don't even know who created SHIB or where is it even being created. Where are the servers? It could be fake for all I know. But you don't care when you are speculating. It's the same thing when I go to the crap table. If I go out here to Black Hawk in Denver and I get on a crap table and play craps, that's not what you call it. That's not investing. I'm just having fun. Like, I put my money on the table. Where was I at? I was in Black Hawk. I was somewhere else. There was a casino. Black Hawk in Denver. I can't remember. It was somewhere else. They allowed. Oh, Detroit. I was in Detroit. And I went to the crap table to the MGM and I put some money on the table and they said, craps, or I made some money, lost some money. I didn't be like, man, I'm a great investor. I just said, it's a speculation. When I doubled my money, thought nothing about it. Take one more thing. The Mad Millionaire says, yes, I agree. What's going on, Mad Millionaire? So anyway, ladies and gentlemen, that's my time. I don't want to beat that dead horse. Hopefully you guys and girls got something out of it. Make sure you hit that like, subscribe, comment, and share button. And while you're at it, the only way to read your financial reports, you got to have your Investor Show mug. Grab your Investor Show mug. Read those financial reports like a genius. They're so much easier to read when you're reading your financial reports. Also, get your kids started early today. Go out and grab the world's groundbreaking children's financial literacy book series, Wesley Learns. Wesley Learns to Invest, Wesley Learns about credit, and Wesley Learns about insurance. Available hardcover, paperback, and audio everywhere books are sold. But anyway, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, and children of all ages, until the next video, podcast, cartoon, or whatever else crazy you see me doing around this crazy globe, peace, be safe, I'm out, and thank you.